During the cruel and inhumane torture that Jesus experienced while he was on the cross, he cried out with a loud voice, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, which is translated, my God, why have you forsaken me? Even those who were at the cross had trouble understanding what Jesus meant. Some said he was calling for Elijah. Many who have read about Jesus' crucifixion, they've wondered themselves why Jesus uttered that heartbreaking cry. What did Jesus mean when he cried that God had forsaken him? In truth, there's no way for us to know all that Jesus' lament entailed. Some have speculated that since Jesus was taking on the sin of the world and God's nature is completely holy, that the Father was forced to turn his face away from his Son. Well, that may be the case. For a brief moment, we know that upon Jesus' death, he was ushered into paradise, where those who are righteous find rest, because he said to the thief on the cross, today you will be with me in paradise. The most obvious and easy to understand aspect of Jesus' statement is the fact that he was quoting the first verse of Psalm 22, which says, my God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from helping me? King David wrote this psalm in about 1000 BC, and it had been memorized and sung by the Jewish nation for more than 1,000 years before Christ was crucified. Those Jews who were familiar with the Old Testament, who were at the crucifixion, would have immediately recognized Jesus' statement as a direct quote from the beginning of Psalm 22. And a close look at the latter parts of this psalm reveals some remarkable prophecies. Verses 6 through 8 say, but I am a worm and no man, a reproach of men and despised of the people. All those who see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip. They shake the head, saying, he trusted in the Lord. Let him rescue him. Let him deliver him, since he delights in him. These were the exact sentiments and statements of those who mocked the crucified Christ. Verses 16 and 17 further describe in minute detail what was happening at the scene. They pierced my hands and my feet. I can count all my bones. They look and stare at me. They divide my garments among them, and for my clothing they cast lots. Could you imagine being a first century Jew who knew the text of the 22nd Psalm very well? Imagine watching the soldiers at Jesus' feet casting lots for his clothing. Exactly like the psalm had predicted 1,000 years earlier. Whatever else Jesus was trying to say with his cry, certainly one of the most important reasons he uttered it was to draw the people's attention to the fact that he was the predicted Messiah. It's no wonder then that when the resurrected Christ met two disciples who were confused about his identity, we read, then he said to them, O foolish ones, and slow of heart to believe in all that the prophets have spoken. Ought not the Christ to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory? And beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. Such accurate, predictive prophecy validates the inspiration of the Bible, and it verifies the fact that Jesus of Nazareth is the Messiah.